Okay, so let's think about the process of getting started with our portrait here. Sometimes it's a little daunting here as you think you're about ready to make a mark here on this side and start your drawing. And what you have to do is just remember and remind yourself that I'm just going to do this box by box. That's going to help that brain. Remember when we first started this, I said we're going to develop that technique where we're going to trick that brain into saying it can do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this viewfinder to help us. And what the viewfinder does is it's going to cover everything up that's in our way that we don't want. And so if we look here, and typically what we'll all do is start at box A, 1, and we're going to look at it horizontally, not vertically, but horizontally. And we're going to look and see, okay, what is in here in box A that I have to put over here in box A? Okay, so let me try to zoom in on that a little bit for you so you can see it a little bit better. We'll try to get in here a little tighter, just like this. Let's see here. There we go. That's a little better. So as I look right here, I line up my viewfinder and I try to fit it right there so it tells me, okay, whatever is in this box right here has to show up in this box here. So if I look, I've got this about here, and then it's going to come down about here. And that value is a fairly decent value. So I'm going to take my pencil and start marking that value. And you guys, the idea here is box by box by box. Stick with that idea. Don't think to yourself, okay, this whole row is this dark. I'm just going to do this whole row real fast. No. I want you to stick by box by box by box. Because then what you're going to do is you're going to slide over to the next box. Okay, there's B. Now, it's like this. And I'm going to continue that value. Okay, and I'm going to keep doing this all the way through this image. All the way through. I'm going to go C, D, E. Let's just jump over here to F just a little bit because I do have a little bit of value here of hair coming through here like this. And there is some value and some dark in there. So we'll find this value here. Oops, it's going to be in here. Like this, we go through it. Like that box in and of itself may be like, what in the world? I don't quite get it. It doesn't really make sense, but it will as you start to pull away. Now, one of the things that can be kind of daunting too is as you look at your face here, sometimes you might think, oh, I can't draw that eye, or I'm on the eye, or I'm on the nose, or I'm on the mouth, or whatever it might be. Some of those features. And so what happens is, let's say if you're going to draw it like you're in the middle of the eye. What happens is your brain says, oh, we're in the middle of the eye. Why are you working so hard on this eye? Let's go to the file in our brain that always says eye. And we're going to draw that football shape eye. We know how to draw an eye. Let's not draw the eye that looks like that. Let's just draw an eye that we know, the old football one. We've been doing it for years. And you want to try to resist that as best you can. And one way to resist that, we've had students in the past do this too, is to take your drawing and do it upside down. Now what that does is it locks up the brain a little bit because the brain has never drawn an eye upside down before, or a nose upside down before, or a mouth upside down before. So it's going to rely heavy on observation. So for example, this student started their portrait upside down, just like this. So they were drawing it upside down, so they had their viewfinder and they were drawing from what was drawn here to over here and making it through. And they went row by row by row, and they're starting to see this here. So sometimes that's easier to do it upside down because then you're not labeling anything that you're seeing. You know, you're not thinking, oh, I can draw an eye like that. Now, as you go, you're going to be shocked too that some people, they want to get the face over with, so they work in the hair and the face as they go, and then do the background and stuff later, and that's okay too. But you want to make sure everything is lined up and in the right spot. That's why you want to take your time in aligning everything with your viewfinder to make sure that everything is in its right spot. Okay? Just like this person here, they did a really nice job. Everything looks like it's pretty much in the right spot, and it looks very similar. And that's what we're looking for yours. So even though it's a daunting task at the beginning, like this, but broken down into smaller pieces, into smaller boxes, into one box at a time, your portrait will turn out fantastic. You just got to settle down. Your goal would be probably 2 rows a day that you work on it. 2 rows. And maybe 3 at the most. So this project I'm expecting to take about a week to finish this assignment. Okay? So take your time. Use that viewfinder. This viewfinder is key to making sure everything stays lined up. So make sure you're using this to help line everything up in your drawing. All right, good luck and have fun.